Hi, this is Miss Alonzo. Welcome to our Brewer Middle School band meeting. Now, there's going to be lots of information and probably lots of questions when we're done with the meeting, and that's a-okay. Feel free to email me or any of the other directors afterwards. Here is a list of the directors that will be on campus this year. If at any time you have any questions regarding rehearsals or sectionals or anything, you may email any of us and we can forward it to who knows the answer, or we can already know the answer and answer it ourselves. So feel free to email any of us at any time. We are here to help you. Our Brewer Band website is bit.ly/Brewer MS Band. It's a great place to stay in the loop. It has our calendar on there. Right now it's a little bit empty, but eventually once we get to UIL season and concerts and things, it'll fill up. We also have our weekly newsletters in there, sectional schedules, contact information, and anything else, especially regarding supplies or things like that, that you may have questions about. Always check the band website first. Your answers may be there already. And social media. So we actually have 4 social media accounts. So you can follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So our first one is our Facebook. It's Brewer Band 5 through 8. And our Instagram is at Brewer Band Fans with an S. Our Twitter is at Brewer Bands with an S. And then we have a new YouTube channel. And right now our YouTube channel is kind of geared to our beginners, but eventually we'll have more stuff there and it'll kind of just grow from there for our whole band program. So feel free to subscribe to that YouTube channel too. All right, and remind, for each band that your student's in, you're going to want to subscribe to that remind so you know, like, if sectionals are canceled or if we are having a pep band rehearsal or something. So you can text the number 81010, and this is for all of them. And then for honors band, you'd put at BMS Band H in the body of the text. And then Wind Symphony is BMS Band WS. And then Symphonic Band BMS Band SB. And then the beginning band is BMS Band BG. So Miss Johnson teaches the honors band. Miss Alonzo, teach the Wind Symphony, and Miss Gonzalez teaches symphonic band. But we are all there, and she also teaches beginning band, Miss Gonzalez. But we're going to be all in each other's rehearsals, so your students will see all 3 of us regularly, which is really nice. Our band handbook has all the ins and outs of band, like the specific sectional schedules and information requirements, absence procedures, things like that. So you for sure want to be able to go to that. It's bit.ly/band handbook 20 and look at all those procedures and expectations of your student in our program. And after you read that, there's going to be a band form to fill out. So it's bit.ly/band form 20. And this is where your student's going to have their contact information, their shirt size. They're all adult shirt sizes because there's no kids or extra smalls. So keep that in mind when you're filling that out. There's also medical information and emergency contact information, because in the event that we do take your student on a trip or UIL or take them on a bus somewhere, we need to have that information. So it's going to be housed all in one place digitally. So it's really important to turn this form in, and you can scan this or go to this in your internet browser. Now, binder and school-owned instrument pickup. This is only for our virtual students for right now. Our virtual students, we're not going to see you in class to hand out your binders. So we have 2 dates possibilities to come and pick those things up. So on Tuesday, September 8th from 6 to 7 at the BMS Band Hall. It's located in the back of the school between the track and the tennis courts. You can come between that hour and pick up your binder and school-owned instrument, and be able to turn things in and keep up with the class while you're at home learning. And the second date, if you can't make that Tuesday, there's Thursday, September 10th from 6 to 7 at Tannehill. So you'll have to come to Tannehill, and where buses come by the cafeteria, it says, I think it's painted Tannehill on the windows. You'll have to come through there and pick up your binder and school-owned instrument. A really good way to make sure we have your instrument there and ready to go for you is if you email us ahead of time and let us know that you're coming Thursday instead of Tuesday. But those are two options for you. So you have everything you need to start the year out. And hopefully, as soon as you're ready to come back to school, we'll see you and you'll be ready to go with us. Again, if you have any questions regarding bands or virtual learning, feel free to email any of us and we will do our best to answer you very quickly.
Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Goings here. Today I'd like to tell you a few more things that you need to know about starting the school year. First of all, what supplies do you need to bring to school with you every day? You're going to need to bring every day your instrument, starting on the first day of school, your instrument accessories like your mouthpiece, your ligature, your reeds, your sticks, your stick bag, cork grease, valve oil, swabs, everything that you need to play your instrument, you need to bring with you every day. You are also going to be expected to have a tuner with a clip that will clip onto your instrument with a microphone clip. You're going to be provided with a black band binder that's going to have divider tabs in it, a pencil pouch, a pencil, and a highlighter. So how can you get these supplies? The best way to get supplies is to contact the Bandwagon Music Store. All your supplies can be purchased through this vendor, and payments can be made over the phone. How easy is that? They have 2 phone numbers now, so check these out. You can dial 817-583-0001 or 469-744-9082. And they're very nice people. They'd be happy to talk to you. Ordering before the first day of school will be sure that you have everything that you need when school begins. Your performance attire is concert black. All concerts require the same uniform. When we have the opportunity to perform, you are going to be provided with a black tuxedo shirt. You will need to come up with black dress pants, a black belt if your pants have belt loops, black hose or black socks, and solid black dress shoes. Basically, anything from the waist, anything that you are wearing to perform in should be solid black. So no white highlights, no anything that would glitter. It needs to be solid black. For our informal performances, you will be wearing jeans and your band t-shirt, by the way, which is really cool this year. You're going to like it. Instrument repairs are done on site at the Bandwagon Music Store. If your instrument is rented from the Bandwagon, they are often these repairs, as long as they are normal wear and tear, they will be covered. If it's something unusual, then Mr. Henry will provide you with a quote before doing those repairs. Extra charges will be assessed if the instrument goes to repair above normal wear and tear. It is the student's responsibility to communicate with the parent and the directors that their instrument needs to be repaired. Students are responsible for getting the instrument to the correct repair room and filling out the repair tag. All of the band fees and school instrument usage fees have been waived for this year. This is to assist our families that have been financially affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, if you are able to donate, we would certainly appreciate that, as we do not have any income for this year. If you would like to donate, please contact one of the band directors to set up a donation through Skyward Finance if you wish. We would love to keep our band spaces clean as well as provide necessities for our students. Some of the cleaning supplies, of course, are going to be provided by the school district, but in the band hall, we just have some extra needs that go above and beyond what you see in some of the other classrooms. We can always use donations of tissues, unscented baby wipes that don't have any lotion or anything on them, dry erase markers, that's the fat chisel type, not the little skinny ones, hand sanitizers, Clorox type wipes, and rubbing alcohol, which right now is very difficult to find. So if you find a honey hole for that, we'd be interested in knowing where it is.
Hey guys, my name is Miss Gonzalez. I'm a new band director joining the team this year. This is my first year teaching. I'm super excited to be a part of this team and to get to know everybody safely, of course, as we start this school year. And I hope to be here to help you guys out and just get to know you better throughout the school year. Let's go ahead and get started with the rest of our presentation. So grades and expectations. So we will have objective sheets, and I'm going to go ahead and pull one up real quick so I can just show you guys what that looks like. So this is going to be honors band objective sheet. So every band will have a different one, but let's check this one out just so y'all can see what it looks like. So here is our honors band objective sheet as it loads for us. Awesome. So you'll see we have it Brewer Band Academy. We're doing a super cool superhero theme this year. We're all super excited about it. But the objective sheets are just meant to make sure that your kid stays on track with what they're doing week to week. And then this will be every 9 weeks. So you can see at the top here, it has the first 9 weeks. So every band will be different. We'll be getting points based on everything that they're doing. But you'll see they just have like a section for orientation. So just things that they need to be doing. Warm-up will be things that we do just every day in class. Fundamentals are things that are super important to getting better at playing. Same thing for workout. Things are super important to getting better as a player. Training missions are going to be their region music for this year. And then special operations are just going to be the super cool thing that we're going to offer, and we'll tell you guys more about that later in the year. But this is our honors band objective sheet, and then there's one for every band, like I mentioned. Back to our slideshow. So along with the objective sheets, we will have playing tests. Those can be sent in through Flipgrid, which will be where your child can just record themselves and then send it in for a grade. And we'll also have chair tests sometimes in class, where it'll most likely be something that your child was supposed to be working on or something that they've been working on in class, and they'll be given a grade and a chair based on how they played. So participation and preparation are super, super important in band. You want to make sure that your child is always showing up to all the events we have. So all rehearsals, all performances. We also have solo contests, auditions, concerts, and then more contests. Everything that's listed there is super important. It's super important that your child is there. And then preparation, that's just making sure that your child always comes to class and any other event we have with their instrument, their binder, a pencil, everything they need to be successful in band. So this page has our link to our calendar on it. So if you have a second, you want to do this right now, this is the link to the band calendar, the BMS Band Calendar. So if you type that into your mobile device or your computer, it's going to take you to the band website, the WSISD band website. You're going to then go to calendar. And then once you're at calendar, oops, let me go back one slide. Once you're at calendar, you're going to make sure that you are in the BMS Band Calendar, and you're going to go to the bottom right icon on the calendar. It should be a little plus sign. If you click on that, you can sync the calendar to your device. So anytime the calendar is updated, anything like that with rehearsals, performances, you'll have that right on your device so you can keep track of everything going on. If you want to stop the video right now and get this done or whatever you need to do, super important that you have all that stuff on your calendar and synced to your phone so you can keep track of what's going on at BMS. So our calendar and absence procedures, everything, rehearsals and performances in band are required. You need to make sure that your child is at all of those events. And again, those will be on our band calendar. Sectional absences will be found, the policy can be found in the handbook, but Honors and Wind Symphony need to make sure that if they're in those two bands that they are showing up to their sectionals and that they are there so that they don't have to be counted as an absence anytime that happens. You need to make sure that all rehearsal and concert dates are on your calendar. So if you sunk your mobile device to that band calendar right there, you'll always have what you need to make sure your child is successful in band and to make sure you're there to support them. All right, eligibility. So eligibility is super important band. We want to make sure all of our kids are eligible so that they can go with us if we get to go to contests or if we go to some of our fun things like Beach Within Reach, all those fun things that we do in band. So a couple of important things. You need to make sure that your child is attending rehearsals and sectionals anytime they can. Make sure that they have no office referrals in the band hall all year, that they don't spend any days in ISS all year other than for dress code. So, like if they forget their ID or there's something on their shirt that's not supposed to be with school, just things like that. You need to make sure that they're always maintaining a positive attitude, which we always try to do anyways, making sure that we're positive about the things we're learning and getting better on our instrument. We need to make sure that they have a band shirt. Super excited for y'all to see those. They're super cool. And then you need to make sure that they're eligible according to the Texas no pass, no play laws. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to us, or you should be able to find it anywhere on the White Settlement ISD website. Parent opportunities. So we love to get to know our parents better, to see their faces. Of course, this year we have to socially distance and wear our masks, but we can still meet you guys, and we love to see y'all here supporting the band and supporting your kids. So we have the Brewer Band Boosters. Those are the booster group that's going to help us with our fundraisers. It's going to help us with any big events we host, anything happening like that. They're always there to help us out. It's volunteer based, so it's all volunteer. And those meetings will happen on the first Monday of every month at 7 o'clock, either at Brewer High School, or if we need to, we can also do it on Zoom. And then again, that's just a group that helps us out with fundraisers. And then if we have hosted contests, just making sure we have the volunteers and the supplies to get things done. Super awesome if you join that group. You get to help out with band, you get to be involved, you get to just be with your child more. It's super awesome. And we love to see y'all supporting band and supporting your
Hey everybody, this is Ms. Johnson. I am the head band director here at Brewer Middle School. Most of you probably already know me, so let's go ahead and jump into the last portion of our parent meeting here. First off, practice. Your kids should be practicing every single day. They should take their instruments home every single day. A kid that practices 5 to 15 minutes every day is going to be much better and get better much quicker than someone who's practicing 2 hours at the end of the week. Students wishing to excel will naturally practice a little bit more than beyond minimal expectations, but all instruments go home every single day. Bus riders are able to take their instruments home. Bus riders are able to take any instrument home on the bus, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. Let's go ahead and talk about practice records. Now, if you remember, if you're an 8th grader, you might remember that we didn't do practice records for 7th and 8th graders last year. We are going back to practice records because we want to teach you how to practice effectively. And this is one of the ways that we're going to do this. So in order to receive a 100 once a week on practice, you're going to fill out 5 days fully on this chart. Now, so if you practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's your 5 days and you'll receive a 100. Like we said, you're more than welcome to practice more days a week, and it's going to be better for you to practice more days a week. But one of the important parts about practicing all of that time or practicing that many days a week is to make sure you practice in all of the different categories. So you will have to check box these things and tell us what you did. Did you practice? What did you do for a warm-up? And we'll help you label your music so you know what's a warm-up and what's not, and what's technique and what's repertoire. Did you practice rhythm? Did you practice technique? Did you practice your music, which is repertoire? We'll help you understand what each of those categories mean, but a student who practices in all of those categories is going to be a much better, well-rounded musician than someone who just goes and practices their songs once or every night. Okay, so we want you to practice in all of those areas so that you're getting better. Students are expected to practice weekly and document it on your digital practice record. Like we said, this will be a grade on Canvas once a week. Next, private lessons are for everyone. If your child is going to be starting online, we really, really encourage you to start taking private lessons. There's no online instruction, which I'll go over a little bit more for band students that are online, but private lessons is the best way to do that. So whether you're online or in person, private lessons are for everyone. We highly encourage it. Lessons are between $18 and $20 depending on the lesson teacher. All of the information that you can find that you need about private lessons will be found on our website. You can visit just the private lesson page by going to bit.ly/brewerlessons. Several of the teachers will be teaching on Zoom if that's what you prefer, or in person. So contact your teacher, talk to them. Spots may close later in the year, so make sure you get your child in quickly for lessons. And partial scholarships are available for $10 for any student that applies. All of the information about scholarships and how to apply and how to contact the lesson teachers and get that set up are all on that website. Please, please, please sign your kid up for private lessons. Do it tonight before you forget. In-person learning. Let's talk about some of the differences that will be taking place this year. Students and staff will have masks on any time that we're not playing. Students will be expected to have their mask on. When they play, they take it down to play for just a minute, and then they put it right back up as soon as it's done playing. So they will spend a lot of time in band class, even with a mask on, just like they have their masks on in all of their other classes. The only time that the mask will not be covering their mouth and nose is if they have an instrument in their mouth and they are playing. For those times, we have bell covers purchased for all of the instruments, and that will serve as the mask for the instrument because the air will be coming out there. Seating will be socially distanced. We've already got rows and X's and boxes marked on the floor to make sure we know where all of those chairs are going to be and everything is socially distanced. All of the classes will be assigned seating so that students are not moving around. They'll always sit in the same place. And then stands and chairs are going to be wiped down between classes. Students will also be using hand sanitizer as they enter the room and as they exit the room. Classes are going to be split. We will be splitting a lot between rooms so that there are smaller groups of students in a classroom rather than large groups of students. Online learning. This is where things get a little bit different. Band is not offered as a class of record for online learners. Instead, we highly encourage you to take private lessons so that you are continuing playing an instrument. If you are an online learner, you are still a part of our band program. You're not kicked out. You're not quitting band. You're still a part of our band program. And whenever you decide to come back, whether that's after one grading period or next year, whatever, you will still be a part of our band program. You have not quit band at all. Okay. So we are going to provide you a band binder with the music that you'll need. We'll provide you an instrument for school-owned instruments. So if you play euphonium and you get your euphonium from the school, we will still provide you a school-owned instrument. So all of that information will go home and you will get your school-owned instrument just like normal, and we would love you to practice and to keep playing your instrument. How are you going to do that? By taking private lessons. Because there's no online band class, you won't be getting lessons from us. So the way that you continue your instruction and your learning on your instrument is to be in private lessons so that your child can continue learning their instrument. So when they jump back in, they're not behind at all. They're actually doing really, really well because they've been in private lessons for however long they were online. And then it'd be great to continue private lessons even after you're in person because private lessons are amazing. All right. Next and last part of our program for tonight, parent expectations. First thing, sign up for your students' remind text messages. You want to make sure that you know what's going on, and that's going to be the way that we'll send stuff home. Read through the weekly band newsletter to stay up to date on everything that's going on. Check Canvas for student assignments, especially practice records. That'll be the easiest way to get a bad grade in band is to not turn in your practice records. Order your students' supplies in a timely manner. So reeds, valve oil, things like that. Anything that your kid is missing or running low on, make sure that you order those. Get in the habit of asking your kid how their band supplies are doing so that they know that you can order them whenever. You can always order them from Bandwagon, and they'll generally be delivered to your student at the school. Monitor your students' practice at least 5 days a week. So not sitting and listening to them practice 5 days a week, but monitoring that they are practicing at least 5 days a week. And then maybe sometimes asking them questions like, did you warm up today? Did you practice your scales today? What are you supposed to be practicing? Because we will be telling students what they should be practicing, and we'll be writing things like that down. So they should know what they are practicing. And if they don't, you can always email your child's band director, and we will be happy to tell you what we would like them to be practicing at home. That is it for our parent meeting tonight. Thank you so much for attending. Don't forget to fill out the student information form. That's how we know that you attended the parent meeting, and that's how we get all of the information that we need to get your kids set up and ready to go. We are really excited to see your students back in school and can't wait to start teaching band again. Have a great afternoon or evening.